We're the people of just do what you want and leave me alone. But we can't live that way anymore. We can't do that because they're coming not only to our front door, not only right in front of our screens, but in front of the screens of your children. All right, welcome back to the party, everybody. This is Morty, and I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Let's party. So, guys, I thought that this would be old news by the time I got around to this. So, this is a video from 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, last week we were checking out some stuff from the Megyn Kelly show. So, I wanted to check out some more stuff, and I was going back and looking, and Bud Light. They were talking about the boycott and brought up Don Jr.'s response to the whole thing. So if you haven't seen that, this is going to be news to you. You probably already have seen it, given that it is a little bit of old news, but I still think it's relevant to talk about. So let's dive right in.
Donald Trump enters as somewhat of an apologist for Bud Light, and here's why. Listen.
So remember, this is 2 weeks ago, and this is right after the boycott for Bud Light is starting to pick up. And a lot of people in the space are like, this is great. We are finally putting our weight around. Instead of the woke mob throwing their weight around, we have something for us.
Anheuser-Busch totally shit the bed with this Dylan Mulvaney thing.
Yup.
I'm not, though, for destroying an American and iconic company for something like this. When I actually look into it, I'm not going to blame the whole company for the inaction or the stupidity of someone in a marketing campaign that got woke as hell. And we looked into the political giving and lobbying history of Anheuser-Busch. And guess what? They actually support Republicans in woke corporate America.
So it's okay to advertise sexual deviancy to children through the form of alcohol if you give money to the Republican Party?
What?
Sorry, bro, but that is not how it works in my world.
Anheuser-Busch supports Republicans.
I don't care.
Just two things, and I'm going to give it to you. Number one, as I point out, this is not an American company. It is not an American company. Number two, you blame I'm not going to blame the entire company for the actions of one woke employee. No. The CEO runs the company. The CEO is responsible for everything that happens on his watch. Mm-hmm. And if the CEO were upset about what the marketing department did here, there is zero evidence of that.
Now, since this video, there has been 2, I think, VPs of marketing that have been fired. So they're about to talk about that. But exactly, what happened to the buck stops here? I'm the CEO. And so whatever happens is my responsibility. No, it's somebody else. I don't know. It was just a mistake. It's, I don't know. That's not good enough. I'm like, well, we give money to the Republican Party. I don't care.
Stupid.
Someone needs to get fired. At a minimum, if you're not going to issue the apologetic, groveling email to your fan base, at least fire somebody so they get that you understand their upset. Go ahead.
Right. And so we did get 2 firings. We didn't get a real apology. We got a statement, but it was a non-statement. It didn't really say anything but like, we're trying to play both sides. And then they put out that typical Clydesdale commercial. But I mean, come on. It's so hard for, the disaffected liberal types like myself to rally behind the MAGA crowd. There's so much good there, and there's so much bad on the woke left. I want to be able to throw my full support behind Trump. But if this is the way that you are thinking, you are not winning over any new people. Sure, I'm sure that the people who are full MAGA are going to listen. Oh, Don Jr. said they give us money, so okay, let's go buy Bud Light. That's not me. I've never voted for Trump. I would love to have a reason not to vote for Trump. But it doesn't look like that is going to happen. And I would love to be able to feel better about actually doing it. Many of you know I've already cast one of the most horrible votes in history, and it's the most shameful moment of my life. Come to the live show every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we talk about it all the time. And I made a specific decision, never, ever, ever to cast a vote for somebody that I didn't specifically want to put in that office. I'm never going to vote against anyone ever again. And this idea that, well, they give us money, so it doesn't matter what they do. That is not good enough.
Go ahead, Michael.
I don't know if Don is trying to play a little good cop to the rest of our bad cop here and try to keep those Republican donations from Bud Light coming on in, especially obviously as his father is running for president again. But the timing is really unfortunate here because whenever Don made...
Guys, I also want to remind you that the Discord server, the link is in the description. It is free to join. It is where we hang out every single day. And after every live stream, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, right after that, we go right into the Discord to hang out. Come on through. It is a good time.
Made that statement, at the very least, shortly thereafter, or at the very most, rather, shortly thereafter, the CEO makes the statement in which he acknowledges and doesn't quite apologize, but recognizes that it's politically divisive.
That was a non-statement.
And it's just really, really weak. So I agree with you. Now it's not enough for the VP of marketing to get fired. I think probably the CEO has to get fired at this point. He is now complicit in all of this. And it's a misreading of the moment, because while maybe Anheuser-Busch has donated some money to Republicans in recent years, they're doubling down. They are endorsing this radical gender ideology. And so they've forced our hand. And
exactly right. They forced our hand. They created this situation. It doesn't matter how much money you've given in the past. That is a non-issue. That doesn't even compute. You could have bankrolled the entire political system going back as far as the two parties have gone. That is not at all what this is about.
And especially, this is an issue that we are winning on with the American people because it's just so manifestly absurd. And this is one of the few times that conservatives have actually been able to impose consequences on woke companies for going rogue and appealing to the fringe left.
Yeah, I mean, how easy is it for the left somehow to organize and get a message across and cancel somebody or this, that, or the other? For some reason, on the right, people just are in their own world. And I get that is more about, we're the people of just do what you want and leave me alone. But we can't live that way anymore. We can't do that because they're coming not only to our front door, not only right in front of our screens, but in front of the screens of your children. But hey, they gave the RNC some money. So, it's all fine, right?
And so this is not the time to concede. This is not the time to give it up. We need to show that there are consequences for these kinds of actions. And when we're on the brink of actually doing that, potentially even leadership change at Anheuser-Busch, now is not the time to do it. Whatever donations Anheuser-Busch is making to Republicans, it's going to be offset by a slew of donations, either that will come in from companies who are pleased that conservatives are standing up with a spine here, or as of now, if Anheuser-Busch is going to be the pro-Dylan Mulvaney company, I don't think he can bank on a lot of those Republican donations in 2024 or in the future.
Oh, exactly. Why would we expect that the money would continue flowing if they're going to treat you this way? If they're going to say, hey, you are the kind of person that we don't want to do business with. We'll give you money because reasons. But what makes you think that money is going to keep rolling in if it's not advantageous to be associated with the Republican Party anymore? Now, again, this video itself is 2 weeks old. So since then, the boycott has continued, and there has been a lot of progress in terms of people understanding why it is such a big deal and why it's not just about beer and crying about, oh, Dylan Mulvaney was on a beer can. I can't. It's not about that. It's bigger than that. It's about the principle. And that principle is not undermined by money. So let me know what you guys think. Are you still boycotting? Are you over it? What do you guys think? Do you think it matters? Is there a reason to care about how much money Anheuser-Busch has given the Republican Party? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for partying with us. Once again, this is Morty, and I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Until next time, guys, check us out live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Until then, we are out of here. Peace.